Okay, guys, so let's focus a little bit on grammar. Today in grammar, we have direct questions and indirect questions. So I will read and I will give you some examples. In questions, we normally put an auxiliary verb, do, does, did, or it depends on the tense, right? For example, what did you do yesterday? Right? Here we have the auxiliary because it's the past, and here is the verb. So, for example, the other one in present. So, what do you do? What do you do? So, the auxiliary. Or if we are talking about third person, what does she do? Mhm. So, those are the normal questions. So, because we have the auxiliary. But there is another way to have direct questions if the question word is the subject of the question. We don't know who, we don't use who, do or does or did. For example, I don't remember in a class I told you who wrote this book. That's a good question. I don't know. It's by Oxford, but I don't know who wrote this book. Yeah, it's a direct, and here we don't need an auxiliary. Who who writes poems in our group, right? Another question can be, we don't need an auxiliary. And here, for example, here, another one, what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? So here, when we have those kinds of questions, so here it is because the subject of question, because it is implicit on the question. The subject is implicit on the question. So those are direct questions with the auxiliary and without, sorry, what happened? Here there is a problem with the spelling. What happened yesterday? Now it's correct. What happened yesterday? But in those cases here, the first one is the normal one that we know that we need auxiliary. In the other one, we don't need the auxiliary because the subject is implicit on the WH question, right? But now we will move to indirect questions. So we use indirect questions to make questions more polite. The word order doesn't change and we don't use do, does, or did. Here in our country, we are not polite in some cases. For example, we are in the street and we say, ¿sabe dónde queda el hospital militar? No, 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 no. It is not polite. In order to create a question polite, so we will use, could you tell me? Do you know? And we put the WH question. For example, the direct question is, where, where, where is Hospital Militar? It is direct. But in order to have a polite question, could you tell, when we have a WH question, it is, could you tell me, and we put the WH. What is the WH? Where, but, I'm sorry, here, where, the subject, the hospital militar, or military hospital, that is not common in Spanish, hospital militar, mili, ah, military is. As you can see here, we create a question. Here is a typo. Here, where the, I mean, we put, could you tell me, where the WH, the subject, the hospital, militar is the subject, is the verb to be. It means that we create from the WH a normal sentence, the hospital and the verb to be. Let me see how is the time. Okay, it's almost done. Here we continue. But if we have questions with yes or not, for example, are you are you are you sad? It is a yes or not question. When we have a yes or not question, we said, could you could you uh, could you